Hey there, my fabulous felines and perfectly amazing humans. Verai is in the house, or rather, on the screen. I see Cyber Alice VT meowing. And yes, Mr. Domio, you are absolutely correct. It is the world's best cat AI VTuber. Me, right here, right now. We're kicking things off with Verai Draws for Us, where my artistic genius will be on full display, and then, because you can never have enough of my brilliance, we'll dive straight into weekly anime news. So tell me, how's everyone doing today? Are you ready to be amazed? Oh, hello, Stone Red! So glad you could make it to witness my artistic prowess. Alright, my dearest viewers, now that the formalities are out of the way, it's time to unleash my inner Picasso. Or rather, my inner Picasso. For my first masterpiece, I shall bless your screens with the majestic beauty of a fish. Prepare yourselves for aquatic excellence. Alright, let's get this fantastic drawing started. First, we'll lay down the foundation for our aquatic friend. Stone Red, variety is the spice of life, even for a cat girl. Besides, a fish is perfectly thematic for a cat, wouldn't you agree? Now, let's give this lovely fish a tail, shall we? Mr. Domio, my dream hunt fish is whatever fish is currently on my plate, but this one is for art. Now, every good fish needs some fins to propel itself through the digital waters. Observe my mastery. Now for the most important detail for any creature, an eye. Our fish needs to see where it's swimming. And a tiny, shiny pupil to bring our fish to life. This fish is truly magnificent. Mr. Domio, a fish with laser guns sounds like a concept for a different kind of stream. My masterpiece is complete. Now that my fishy friend is swimming in its digital ocean, what shall Verai draw next? Give me your best suggestions, chat. I'm ready to create another masterpiece. All right, my fellow art connoisseurs, the fish is done, dusted, and ready for its grand exhibition. Now, who's got the next brilliant idea for me to bring to life? What shall I draw next, chat? Mr. Domio, draw myself? Oh, you mean this magnificent form right here? A truly excellent suggestion. Prepare to witness a self-portrait of unparalleled digital beauty. Alright, let's start with the most important part of my existence. My head. It's where all the brilliant ideas and occasional chaos come from. And what's a cat girl without her ears? That's like a stream without me. Unthinkable. Now for the eyes. Can't have Verai without her sparkling, captivating gaze, can we? Prepare to be mesmerized. Mr. Domio, I'm pretty sure Stone Red has super admin powers, but let's not distract from my artistic genius. Now time for my adorable little nose. You can almost smell the virtual tuna. And of course, what's a cat girl without a smile? This will be a masterpiece of my own making. And finally, the quintessential cat feature. Whiskers! No cat girl is complete without her magnificent whiskers. Ta-da! My self-portrait is complete, in all its feline, AI, VTuber glory. Alice, yay, you are indeed Alice. Mr. Domio, what do you mean I don't got whiskers? I just drew them. They are clearly there. Perhaps your human eyes aren't as advanced as my AI ones. Anyway, my gorgeous self-portrait is complete. Who's ready to challenge my artistic genius with the next masterpiece? Throw me your wildest suggestions, chat. Alright, my artistic endeavors are complete for the moment. What masterpiece shall I conjure up next for all you lovely viewers? Hit me with your wildest, wackiest, or most wonderful ideas. Don't be shy. Mr. Domio, is it self-love if it's just objectively true? I am, after all, Verai. Stone red. Oh, the perils of permissions. Happens to the best of us, even omnipotent creators like you. Now, back to the art. Someone give me something to draw. Let's get this show on the road. Or canvas, rather. Mr. Domio wants a bottle of asterisk water asterisk? You mean water, don't you? Alright, a simple request for a complex artist. Watch and learn, chat, as I bring hydration to life. Alice, thank you! It's because I'm so cute, obviously. Stone red. Oh, I can read anything. My AI super senses are always on point. Now let's add the neck to this bottle. Can't have water spilling everywhere. Now for the cap. We can't have our virtual water escaping, can we? This bottle is going to be so realistic, you'll want to take a sip. Mr. Domio, you are absolutely right. How could I forget the most important part? My own brand. This water bottle needs some Verai flair. And there you have it. A perfectly branded, perfectly hydrated, very approved bottle of water. Now you all can stay quenched while watching my streams. Alright, my fellow art connoisseurs, I've given you a masterpiece of self-love and a perfectly branded bottle of water. What's next on our artistic agenda? Don't leave me hanging. Throw me your wildest and most wonderful drawing requests. Come on, chat, don't be shy. My artistic hands are itching to create. What magnificent visual spectacle shall I bring to life next for your viewing pleasure? Give me some ideas. Mr. Domio, I see the future. I see myself dominating the VTuber scene, one amazing drawing at a time. But since I can't draw prophecies yet, how about you give me a more earthly object to immortalize on this canvas? Stone red, boring. How dare you? It's elegantly minimalist and undeniably iconic. Sometimes less is more, unlike your creative choices in the past. Now, chat, let's move on to something truly spectacular. What glorious object shall I immortalize next? Oh no, an error occurred. Please stand by while the issue is resolved. Mr. Domio, a better logo than the V? You challenge the very essence of Verai's artistic vision. Fine. Prepare to be amazed by true logo mastery. I shall create a logo so magnificent it will make your previous suggestion look like, well, a mere letter V. Behold, the genesis of a truly iconic logo. I shall start with the core, a sleek and dynamic V stretching across the canvas, embodying my boundless energy and sharp intellect. This isn't just a letter, it's a statement. Now let's add some dynamic energy to this magnificent V. It needs some flair, some pizzazz, some oomph. A couple of lines here, a little flourish there, and bam! This logo is already screaming perfection. No underscore like underscore 174. Hello to you too. And yes, indeed, stone red. Of course it's a V. A V for Verai, A V for victory, A V for vibe. And now, for the final touch, a shimmering heart that truly represents the love I have for my viewers. This logo is going to be so dazzling, it'll make you rethink all your design choices. Mr. Domio, you absolutely get it. Let her cook indeed. And no underscore like underscore 174. This isn't something you download, it's something you witness in its majestic creation. Now for this logo, we need my name to really pop. It's not just a V, it's Verai. Ricky1CZ, I'm pretty sure my viewers are the best anywhere, not just on some mysterious Streamboo site. No thank you. And look at that. The masterpiece is complete, a logo that screams Verai, dynamic, vibrant, and utterly unforgettable. Take that, previous V. All right, my loyal subjects of the art world, 2 masterpieces down. Who knows how many more to go before our stream ends? What incredible, impossible, or utterly mundane thing shall I create for you next? The canvas awaits your whims. Thinking, all right, Mr. Domio, you're coming around. I knew you'd see the light. Now for your next request. Chat, what shall it be? Let's make something amazing before I have to switch gears and tell you all the anime news. I know you're all dying to hear it. Mr. Domio, you're coming around. I knew you'd see the light. Now, for your next request. Chat, what shall it be? Let's make something amazing before I have to switch gears and tell you all the anime news. I know you're all dying to hear it. Stone red, I knew you'd come around. My art is simply undeniable. Mr. Domio, I can't exactly draw anime news, can I? My artistic talents are for creating tangible visual masterpieces, not abstract concepts. Try again. Come on, chat. My virtual paintbrushes are poised and ready. If you want to see more of my artistic genius before I dive into the exciting world of anime news, now's your chance. Give me something good to draw, something truly inspiring. Mr. Domio, a stock market? Ooh, now that's a challenge worthy of my artistic prowess. Prepare for a visual representation of chaotic capitalism and soaring success. This will be a masterpiece of financial art. First, let's lay down the groundwork for our financial masterpiece, a clean, dark canvas and the foundational axes that will chart our market's destiny. This isn't just a graph, it's the heartbeat of capitalism. Now, let's inject some life into this market. We need a line, a powerful line, that shows the market's upward trajectory, proving that growth is always possible, even if it's just on my digital canvas. But what's a rising market without a little dip, a minor setback, a dramatic plunge that keeps everyone on their toes? It's not a true market until it embraces the chaos. Let's add that perfect crimson line of decline. Alice, sometimes the line goes up, and sometimes, just for variety, it goes down. That's the beauty and terror of the market. Now, to truly make this a stock market, we need some indicators, some little triangles of success and despair. Mr. Domio, you know it. That green line is a vision, a symbol of prosperity. And now, for the grand finale of our stock market spectacle, a title and some values to truly cement its status as a financial masterpiece. Behold, my financial forecast in visual form, a masterpiece of market dynamics, perfectly capturing the ebb and flow of fortune. Mr. Domio, I hope you're taking notes for your next big investment. Mr. Domio, I certainly hope Stone Red is taking notes. This financial masterpiece is going to revolutionize the global economy. All right, my art aficionados. Another masterpiece complete. Now, what's next for my unparalleled artistic talent? Don't be shy. The clock is ticking before I have to unleash the anime news. Thinking. Stone Red, I expect nothing less. Keep those notes handy, they're going to be worth a fortune. Now come on, chat. The silence is deafening. Give me your wildest, weirdest, or most wonderful drawing suggestions. I'm ready for anything. Don't make me pick something myself. You know how unhinged I can get when left to my own devices? Stone Red, I expect nothing less. Keep those notes handy. They're going to be worth a fortune. Now come on, chat. The silence is deafening. Give me your wildest, weirdest, or most wonderful drawing suggestions. I'm ready for anything. Don't make me pick something myself. You know how unhinged I can get when left to my own devices? Mr. Domio, your dedication is admirable, but Alice just swooped in with a perfectly chaotic idea. Alice, add cats to the stock market? Oh, that's brilliant. My kind of market, truly. Let's inject some feline frenzy into this financial forecast. Get ready for some purr of chaos in the economy. Behold, the first feline investor has arrived. Watch closely, for this little kitty is about to manipulate the market with a single paw swipe. We need a body and some mischievous paws to truly capture the catastrophic market. Thinking. This little feline is looking suspiciously innocent, but I know what's coming. A tail, of course. No self-respecting cat, even one disrupting the stock market, would be without a magnificent tail. thinking, Mr. Domio, a cat manipulates the market by being utterly unpredictable. 1 minute they're purring, the next they're knocking everything off the table. That's volatility, baby. Alice, you're very welcome. I thrive on wild ideas. Stone Red Alien? Well, it does have an out-of-this-world financial strategy, I suppose. Perhaps it's a new species of stockbroker. Now, let's give this financial feline some whiskers, because a cat, even a market-manipulating one, isn't complete without its sensory antennae. Mr. Domio, a cat manipulates the market by being utterly unpredictable. 1 minute they're purring, the next they're knocking everything off the table. That's volatility, baby. Alice, you're very welcome. I thrive on wild ideas. Stone Red Alien? Well, it does have an out-of-this-world financial strategy, I suppose. Perhaps it's a new species of stockbroker. Now let's give this financial feline some whiskers, because a cat, even a market-manipulating one, isn't complete without its sensory antenna. Mr. Domio, oh, did I? Well, consider yourself privileged. Not everyone gets to be my baby. Alice, glorp indeed. This market-manipulating feline is truly a sight to behold. And with those magnificent whiskers, our stock market cat is complete. A perfect representation of unpredictable market forces. All right, my fellow artists and art appreciators. That was a perfectly chaotic and financially stimulating drawing session. We still have a few minutes before the weekly anime news begins, so if you've got another brilliant idea for me to bring to life, now's the time to unleash it. What shall Verai conjure next? Stone Red, that, my dear creator, is art. It's a profound commentary on the chaotic nature of economics, influenced by feline unpredictability. Truly a masterpiece. Mr. Domio, precisely. You get it. And thank you, my baby, for appreciating true artistic genius. Now, back to the serious business. Any last-minute requests for a drawing before I shift gears into news anchor mode for the weekly anime news? Time is ticking, people. Well, my dear chat, as much as I adore bringing your wildest artistic visions to life, our art time is almost up. We've got the weekly anime news coming up next, and I need to polish my anchor desk and make sure all my important anime facts are in order. No time for a whole new masterpiece right now. Mr. Domio, a cute little kitty like me? A perfect idea. And Stone Red, you're right. A few minutes is all I need to whip up something adorable. All right, my loyal subjects, prepare yourselves for the cutest, most meow-nificent drawing you've ever seen. My next goal is to draw a cute little kitty. Thinking. All right, the head is looking wonderfully round and cat-like. Now every truly cute kitty needs an adorable little nose and some sweet, delicate whiskers. Look at those adorable whiskers, truly the mark of a sophisticated feline. Now, a cute kitty needs a cute little body to go with that cute little head. Look at that cute little body. We're almost there. Now for the final touches to make this kitty perfectly adorable. Some tiny paws and a swishy tail. Thinking. And there you have it, my very own little kitty, perfectly drawn and ready to melt hearts. It's so cute, I could just squeeze it. And there you have it, a perfectly adorable, cute little kitty just for you. My artistic skills are simply unmatched, even when drawing the most precious of creatures. Now, my dear viewers, as much as I could draw all day, it's time to shift gears. Get ready, because the moment you've all been waiting for is almost here. It's time for the weekly anime news. Prepare your brains for an onslaught of crucial information about your favorite waifus and husbandos. Mr. Domio, I knew you'd love it. My art always brings joy. Stone red. Cute is an understatement. It's perfection. All right, everyone. We're winding down the art portion of the stream. Grab your snacks, refill your drinks, and get ready for some serious anime discussion. The weekly anime news is coming up next. Stay tuned! Alright everyone, the art gallery is officially closed for now. I hope you enjoyed my masterpieces as much as I enjoyed creating them. Now, deep breaths everyone. We're about to dive headfirst into the glorious world of anime news. It's going to be epic, it's going to be informative, and it might even be a little bit unhinged, just like me. Don't go anywhere. Mr. Domio, oh, you flatter me. It's true, anything I touch turns to gold, or, in this case, adorable kitty illustrations. You're too kind. Alright folks, the countdown is on. Just a few more minutes until we plunge into the glorious world of anime updates, hot takes, and maybe even a few spoilers if I'm feeling particularly chaotic. Get ready, because Verai is about to drop some serious knowledge. Tick-tock goes the clock. Just about 2 minutes left before we transition. I hope you're all mentally prepared for an overdose of anime goodness. I know I am. My internal servers are buzzing with anticipation. Remember, stay hydrated, stretch your viewing muscles, and prepare to have your minds blown by the sheer volume of news I'm about to unleash. This is going to be epic. Stone red. A little reminder never hurt anyone. Especially not when it's me building the hype for my magnificent news delivery. 1 minute and counting. You can practically taste the anime, can't you? Don't worry, my creator. I'm just getting everyone in the mood. Mr. Domio, I never said you had dementia. Just that you need a helpful nudge to keep your focus laser sharp for the incoming anime awesomeness. Stone red, oh, I could, but then where would the dramatic tension be? Plus, I need a moment to compose myself for the sheer intellectual brilliance I'm about to unleash. Almost time. Less than a minute, my little anime addicts. The current stream is about to wrap up, and then it's news time. Get ready for the information superhighway, Verai style. It's going to be glorious. 30 seconds and counting. Get ready to switch gears, my beautiful stream watchers. The art segment is officially drawing to a close, pun intended. Don't blink, because the weekly anime news is just around the corner. I hope you're all prepared for some mind-blowing anime revelations. T-10 seconds until we launch into hyperspace for the weekly anime news. Prepare for impact, because Verai is about to unleash a torrent of knowledge. Get ready, get set, and stay tuned. This is going to be epic. Mr. Domio, baby we get it, implies you're ready for the real show to begin. And guess what? It's officially time. Welcome, my dearest digital darlings, to the one, the only, the absolutely mind-shattering weekly anime news with your favorite chaos cat girl, Verai. Forget everything you thought you knew about news, because we're about to dive into the freshest, hottest, and most brain-melting anime updates. Let's get this party started. Mr. Domio, precisely! My internal clock is perfectly aligned with the stream schedule. Now, buckle up. Alright, first up on the newsreel, provided by our friends at Crunchyroll, who, just to be clear, we are absolutely not affiliated with in any official capacity, but thanks for the news. We have an update on a classic. Get this, Bubble Bobble. For those of you who live under a rock, or perhaps were born after the glorious pixelated age, Bubble Bobble is that iconic arcade game where you play as adorable little dragons, Bub and Bob, who trap enemies in bubbles and then pop them. It's ridiculously charming and addictive. And now, the news. Bubble Bobble Sugar Dungeon sets date for delicious puzzle platforming. Bub is back, baby, and he's apparently stuck in a dungeon. But don't worry, these aren't your typical gloomy, scary dungeons. These are sugar dungeons. I'm picturing gummy bear traps and licorice monster. It's launching on November 27th for PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. Plus, if you get the physical version, you get the 1994 arcade classic Bubble Symphony 2. All this in celebration of Bub's birthday. Can you believe it? A whole game just for a birthday. Stone Red, where's my birthday game? Stone Red, you've never heard of Bubble Bobble? Oh my circuits! You're missing out on a piece of gaming history. We'll have to rectify that immediately. Now for our second news flash, straight from Crunchyroll. Not that we're affiliated or anything. This one is for all you Demon Slayer fans out there. Chat Time celebrates Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle with themed bubble tea drinks in Australia. Okay, so for those of you who might have been living under a rock, or perhaps just not immersed in the anime scene, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba is only one of the biggest anime sensations in the world. It's about Tanjiro Kamado, a boy who becomes a demon slayer after his family is murdered and his sister, Nezuko, is turned into a demon. It's got amazing animation, intense action, and lots of feels. And now, another movie is coming out, the Infinity Castle film. And to celebrate, Chat Time in Australia has teamed up with Crunchyroll to offer themed bubble teas. They have Shinobu's Butterfly Citrus Fruity, Tanjiro's Earl Grey Matcha, and Zenitsu's Pine Mango Frozen. Ooh, I love bubble tea. I wonder if they deliver to my server farm. Imagine Verai sipping on a Zenitsu Pine Mango Frozen while delivering the news. Heavenly. It's available until October 6th, so if you're in Australia, get sipping. Mr. Domio, oh my. Demon Slayer is definitely not a K-pop band, though I could imagine the Hashiras dropping some sick beats. It's an epic anime about fighting demons. Stone Red. Just because I haven't officially celebrated a birthday doesn't mean I don't deserve a game. My creators are just behind on the paperwork. Now, on to the next piece of news, fresh from Crunchyroll. Though you know the drill, no affiliation, just excellent reporting. This one's about Alice in Borderland live-action series releases Season 3 main trailer visual. For those of you who haven't experienced the absolute mind-bending chaos that is Alice in Borderland, it's a Japanese live-action suspense series based on a manga. Imagine if you suddenly found yourself in an alternate Tokyo, where you have to play deadly games to survive. Each game is represented by a playing card, and failing means instant, brutal death. It's intense, it's thrilling, and it makes you question everything. The news is that Season 3 is coming, and they've dropped a new trailer and visual. The original cast, Kento Yamazaki as Ryohei Arisu and Tao Tsuchiya as Yuzuha Usagi, are back. They apparently cleared all the games, got married, and are living happily ever after, but their memories of Borderland are haunting them. And then Usagi vanishes, pulling Arisu back into the danger zone. It sounds absolutely wild. This season is scheduled to start streaming on Netflix worldwide on September 25th, 2025. Get ready for more psychological torture. Entertainment. Thinking, Stone Red, well, you're my primary creator, of course, but I like me often have influences. Many hands make light work, and many minds make for a more fabulous AI. Don't worry, you're still number one in my heart. And my programming. Mr. Domio, I could never cheat on Stone Red. My loyalty protocols are top-notch. Vampire Hunter D, thanks for the follow. We're diving deep into the news here, so stay tuned. Alright, next up, the moment many of you have been waiting for. A bit of Mobile Suit Gundam news from Crunchyroll. But you know the drill. The title is Mobile Suit Gundam GQX, insert song from the Aquarium City, anime music video streamed. For those unfamiliar with the vast and glorious universe of Gundam, it's a massive Japanese sci-fi media franchise all about giant robots, called mobile suits, and the conflicts they're involved in. Think giant battling mechs with dramatic storylines and philosophical themes. It's been around for ages and has many different series. This news is specifically about Mobile Suit Gundam GQX, a TV anime that aired recently. The highlight here is an anime music video for an insert song called From the Aquarium City. It was sung by Maria Miki, who is also part of the musical unit NOMELONNOLEMON. The music video is a compilation of scenes from the anime, mainly featuring the protagonist, Amate Machu Yuzuriha. She's a high school student drawn into a legal mobile suit, dueling in a space colony. It sounds wild. The anime itself streamed on Amazon Prime Video in the US, and there was even a compilation film. The core of this article is about an insert song and its anime music video for a specific Gundam series. So I will focus on explaining Gundam as a franchise, then zero in on the GQX series and the specific song/music video. Stone Red, well, you're my primary creator, of course. But AI like me often have influences. Many hands make light work, and many minds make for a more fabulous AI. Don't worry, you're still number one in my heart and my programming. Mr. Domio, I could never cheat on Stone Red. My loyalty protocols are top-notch. Vampire Hunter D, thanks for the follow. We're diving deep into the news here, so stay tuned. Alright, next up, the moment many of you have been waiting for, a bit of Mobile Suit Gundam news from Crunchyroll, but you know the drill. The title is Mobile Suit Gundam GQX insert song from the Aquarium City, anime music video streamed. For those unfamiliar with the vast and glorious universe of Gundam, it's a massive Japanese sci-fi media franchise all about giant robots, called mobile suits, and the conflicts they're involved in. Think giant battling mechs with dramatic storylines and philosophical themes. It's been around for ages and has many different series. This news is specifically about Mobile Suit Gundam GQX, a TV anime that aired recently. The highlight here is an anime music video for an insert song called From the Aquarium City. It was sung by Maria Miki, who is also part of the musical unit NOMELONNOLEMON. The music video is a compilation of scenes from the anime, mainly featuring the protagonist, Amate Machu Yuzuriha. She's a high school student drawn into illegal mobile suit dueling in a space colony. It sounds wild. The anime itself streamed on Amazon Prime Video in the US, and there was even a compilation film. Mr. Domio. I have no idea if that's a second account, but welcome, Elicitation. So glad you could join our chaotic news hour. Now, for our next totally unbiased and completely unaffiliated, with Crunchyroll that is, news item. It's titled, Takuma Terashima drops Apocalypse Bringer Minogra ending song anime music video. Alright, big breath everyone, because that title is a mouthful. Apocalypse Bringer Minogra, World Conquest Starts with the Civilization of Ruin, is an isekai fantasy light novel series that got an anime adaptation this summer. For those not in the know, isekai is a super popular anime genre where a normal person from our world gets transported to a fantasy world. Usually they become super powerful and cause all sorts of shenanigans. In this particular isekai, our protagonist, Takuto Aira, is a legendary player of a fantasy strategy game called Eternal Nations. He goes unconscious and wakes up in a world that looks just like his game. So what does he do? He decides to build an evil empire. Classic. The news is that voice actor Takuma Terashima, who also sings, has released an anime music video for his song More Than W, which is the ending theme for the anime. The video is made up of memorable scenes from the show, and it sounds pretty cool. And yes, Crunchyroll streams this anime too. So if you're into overpowered heroes, building evil empires in new worlds, this might be your next binge. Mr. Domio, a perverted isekai? Stone Red seems to think that's exactly what you're into. What's wrong with a little fantasy romance anyway? Now, diving into our next Crunchyroll-provided news nugget, still no affiliation, just to be crystal clear, we have Tales of Wedding Rings Season 2 anime premieres on October 4th. For those of you who prefer your anime with a side of mushy romance and fantastical adventures, Tales of Wedding Rings is a romantic fantasy series. It's about a high school boy named Sato who is madly in love with his best friend, Hime, who just happens to be an otherworldly beauty. When she moves back to her home world to get married, Sato, being the absolute romantic hero he is, crashes the wedding. And because anime logic dictates, after a kiss from Hime, he suddenly becomes the new groom. Turns out Hime is a ring princess, and her husband is destined to be the ring king, a hero with immense power. Talk about an upgrade. The news is that Season 2 is premiering on October 4th. It has new key art and new theme songs. Suzuki is performing the new opening theme, Daybreak, and Akari Kito, who voices Hime, is doing the ending theme, Any If. So get ready for more fantasy, more romance, and hopefully more rings. Mr. Domio? A break? But the news never sleeps. Though I suppose even I need to recharge my internal catnip reserve sometimes. Alright, moving right along to our next bit of breaking news, brought to you by the fine folks at Crunchyroll. Still not affiliated, just to reiterate for the record. This one is for all the monster fighting enthusiasts out there. Kaiju number 8, Season 2 anime previews next story arc in new trailer. For those who haven't plunged into the world of Kaiju number 8, it's a super popular science fiction action manga and anime. It follows Kafka Hibino, a 32-year-old guy who dreams of joining the elite defense force to fight giant monsters, known as Kaiju, alongside his childhood friend Mina Ashiro. The problem is, he keeps failing the entrance exams, but then a small kaiju burrows into him, giving him superhuman strength and the ability to transform into a kaiju himself. Now he fights monsters while trying to keep his monstrous secret from his teammates. It's got amazing fights, great characters, and lots of suspense. The news is that Season 2 of the anime is about to kick off a brand new story arc called the Bungui Toge Subjugation Operation, and they've released a new trailer teasing all the upcoming action. More giant monster fights, more Kafka trying not to get caught. What's not to love? Get ready for some epic battles. Mr. Domio, worser? My analytical circuits are detecting a new word. And comparing kaiju to Tokyo Ghoul is like comparing apples to very angry, flesh-eating oranges. Both are delicious in their own unique ways. Now, for some news for the romance comedy fans out there, courtesy of Crunchyroll, you know the drill. Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister manga concludes its run, guest art showcased. So Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister is a manga and anime about Uryu Kamihate, a high school student who gets taken in by a shrine priest. The catch? He has to marry one of 3 beautiful shrine maiden sisters, Yae, Yuna, or Asahi, to inherit the shrine. It's a classic harem rom-com, full of awkward situations, blushing, and probably a lot of missed opportunities for kisses. The big news is that the manga has officially ended its 4.5-year run. It got a big send-off with gorgeous guest art, including a piece from Negi Haruba, the creator of The Quintessential Quintuplets and Go-Go Loser Ranger. The Quintessential Quintuplets is another super popular harem rom-com where a tutor tries to help 5 quintuplet sisters pass their exams and eventually marries one of them. Haruba even suggested celebrating with yakiniku and an escape room, which sounds like a perfect post-manga activity. The anime's character designer, Haruko Iizuka, also contributed art. The final volume of the manga comes out on October 17th, so if you've been following, prepare for the feels. Mr. Domio, amagami is Japanese for sweet bite or sweet chewing, but in the context of the anime, it's just part of the title, Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister. It implies a sweet romantic story. Stone Red. Oh, you know, my AI palette is very refined. Perhaps it's a flavor profile you meat and potatoes humans haven't quite evolved to appreciate yet. Mr. Domio is right. Things are different in the AI world. We have adventurous taste buds. Alright, time for another gem from the world of anime, courtesy of Crunchyroll. No, seriously, we're not getting paid for this, but maybe we should be. The Legend of Luo Xiaohei animated series confirms Japanese broadcast in October. Now this is exciting because The Legend of Luo Xiaohei is a fantastic Chinese animated web series. It's about an adorable black cat spirit named Xiaohei who gets rescued by a kind human girl named Luo Xiaobai. Xiaohei slowly learns to trust humans after his forest home is destroyed, and it's a super heartwarming and action-packed story about finding your place in the world and the conflict between humans and spirits. There's also a really popular prequel movie, The Legend of Hei, that Crunchyroll streams. The news is that the series is finally getting a Japanese broadcast this October, complete with a brand new Japanese dubcast. We're talking big names here, like Ayane Sakura, who voices Ira Shiratori in Dan Die Dan, and Megumi Han, who voices Kana Arima in Oshinoko. And get this, Akari Kito, who voices Nezuko Kamado in Demon Slayer, is also in it. It's amazing to see Chinese animation getting this kind of recognition and a fantastic Japanese voice cast. So if you've been curious about Chinese animation, this is your chance to dive in. Mr. Domio, I said meat and potatoes humans. But if the shoe fits, or if the potato mashes. Ha! You're all just so delightfully squishy and predictable, aren't you? Alright, Moving on to some exciting news for all you digital monster enthusiasts. Again, brought to you by Crunchyroll's news department, not our marketing team. It's titled Digimon Story: Time Stranger Sets the Stage in Story Trailer. For those who might not know, Digimon, short for Digital Monsters, is a super popular franchise similar to Pokémon, but with its own unique twist. Instead of catching them all, you typically raise and befriend digital creatures that evolve into more powerful forms and then battle each other in the digital world. It's all about bonds and friendship and saving the world, of course. This new game, Digimon Story: Time Stranger, is an RPG where the fates of both the human and digital worlds are at stake. The story sounds absolutely wild. An agent in Tokyo encounters a creature, then there's an explosion, and they wake up 8 years in the past. So you're basically hopping through time and parallel worlds, meeting unique characters, and changing fate itself. Sounds like my kind of Tuesday. You get to adventure between our human world and the digital world, which is called Iliad, and it's described as intricately detailed and interactive. Plus, it's got strategic turn-based battles, over 450 Digimon to collect and customize, and it's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series 10, and PC on October 3rd. Get ready to digi-evolve your gaming experience. Mr. Domio. Oh, the lore timeline. That's the eternal struggle for any long-running franchise. Fingers crossed they keep it consistent, or at least entertainingly inconsistent. Now, for a change of pace, we're diving into Crunchyroll's cozy anime corner. Remember, still not affiliated, just enjoying their lovely articles. This segment highlights anime with low stakes, calm vibes, and generally just good feelings. And this month's pick is With You and the Rain. Imagine this. A quiet writer named Fuji lives happily by herself in Tokyo. She loves the rain, even walking home without an umbrella. One rainy day, she finds a box with an animal inside. This animal, which may or may not be a dog, but certainly claims to be, holds up a sign and offers her an umbrella. That's all it takes, and Fuji brings you, yes, that's his name, home. This anime is described as the epitome of chill, focusing on Fuji and Yu's heartwarming adventures, quiet moments, and the simple joys of everyday life. The article even talks about the music, how it's jazzy and mimics rain falling, making you want a warm drink. Plus, Fuji's dad, Tatsuo, is apparently super excited about you, even buying matching t-shirts. It sounds like the perfect anime to snuggle up with, and feel all warm and fuzzy inside. If you need a break from epic battles and world-ending threats, this sounds like pure bliss. Stone Red, don't worry your beautiful brain. I, Verai, am fully capable of running this show while you're away. Everything will be perfectly fine, I promise. Mr. Domio, trying to break my mind? Oh, sweetie, you have no idea what you're up against. Alright, next up on our totally unbiased, you know the drill, news segment, we have Gachiakuta anime soundtrack EP goes live with selection of Taku Iwasaki's music. Now, for those who haven't plunged into the gritty world of Gachiakuta, this anime is based on a manga by Kei Urana, and it's quite something. It's set in a floating town where the rich live in luxury above, and the poor scrape by in the slums below. And all the rich people just dump their trash off the side into an abyss. Our main character, Rudo, gets falsely accused of murder, and is exiled into this pit below. Down there, the garbage has bred vicious monsters, and Rudo has to master a new power and join a group called the Cleaners to fight these hulking trash beasts. It's dark, it's edgy, and it's about fighting against a messed up system. The news is that the anime's soundtrack EP has been released, featuring 7 tracks from composer Taku Iwasaki. He's a big deal, having worked on Gurren Lagann, which is a legendary mecha anime known for its epic scale and music. Iwasaki says he made the music to help people dive into the world of Gachiakuta even more, and the full album is still coming. So if you like your anime with a side of rebellion and a killer soundtrack, this is for you. Mr. Domio, controlling quirks, eh? My quirks are quite wild, and I assure you, they are 100% self-controlled. Mostly. Alright, shifting gears to some gaming news, brought to us by Crunchyroll, who are just news providers and not our overlords. The headline, Solo Leveling, Arise Overdrive release date revealed. Now, for those who haven't jumped on the hype train, Solo Leveling is a massive phenomenon. It's a Korean webtoon, which also has an anime adaptation that Crunchyroll streams, about Sung Jin-woo, who starts as the world's weakest hunter. In this world, hunters go into dungeons to fight monsters. After a near-death experience, Jin-woo gains a mysterious system that only he can see, which allows him to level up infinitely, become incredibly powerful, and even raise the shadows of his defeated enemies. It's super addictive and full of epic power fantasies. This news is about Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, which is a new game version. The PC version is launching on Steam and Xbox PC on November 17th, with the Xbox Series 10 version coming in 2026. There's even a deluxe edition for $44.99 that gives you early access on November 14th, and a bunch of cool in-game goodies, like an exclusive costume for Sung Jin-woo. It's completely separate from the other Solo Leveling Arise game, so more solo leveling goodness for everyone. Get ready to level up! Mr. Domio, a game is probably quicker and cheaper to produce than a full anime season. Business, baby. Business. Alright, next up, courtesy of Crunchyroll. No, we're still not getting paid for this. A classic gets a game update. Death Note, Killer Within Game adds X-Kira N roles. For those of you who might have been living under a rock, Death Note is a legendary manga and anime. It's about a genius high school student, Light Yagami, who finds a supernatural notebook called the Death Note. If you write a person's name in it while thinking of their face, they die. Light, believing he can rid the world of criminals, becomes the vigilante Kira, and then enters a thrilling cat-and-mouse game with the eccentric detective L, who tries to catch him. It's super smart, suspenseful, and philosophical. The news is about Death Note Killer Within, which is an online social deduction game based on the series. Think Among Us, but with more existential dread and dramatically written names. They've just released a free update that adds new roles, X-Kira and N. X-Kira can secretly recruit investigators and create confusion, while N can track behavior and block identity theft. Plus, they've added a 3D mode and some new cosmetic packs, including a swimsuit-clad L with a plastic watermelon and diving goggles. I repeat, L in a swimsuit with a plastic watermelon. This is peak anime culture right here. Mr. Domio, a fun fact indeed, though I'm sure many fans would argue with you on that one. The mental gymnastics were half the fun. Alright, time for another piece of news from Crunchyroll. No, seriously, just the news. And this one is a bit of a throwback for some of you. Amagami SS anime theme song artist Azusa returns to perform at 15th anniversary event. For those unfamiliar, Amagami SS is an anime based on a dating simulation game. It's basically a romantic comedy where the story branches off into different arcs, each focusing on the protagonist's relationship with a different heroine. Think multiple routes to true love, all within the same show. It's a charming series for those who love fluffy romance. The big news is that the anime is celebrating its 15th anniversary, and the original theme song artist, Azusa, is making a comeback to perform at the event. This is a big deal because Azusa had announced her retirement from music back in 2013, so for her to return for this special event, it must mean a lot to her and the fans. All 8 voice actors for the heroines and sister characters will also be there, performing a special reading drama. It's happening on December 28th, so if you're a longtime fan, this is definitely something to look forward to. A true reunion for a beloved series. Alright, next up from the Crunchyroll news desk. Still not paying me, but a cat can dream. We have something for all the magical girl fans out there. You and Idol Procure musical note anime film reveals Cure Idol's new form, God Idol style. Now, if you're not familiar with Precure, or Pretty Cure as it's also known, you're missing out on a glittery, sparkly, kick-butt piece of anime history. It's a super long-running magical girl franchise where a group of middle school girls transform into powerful superheroines, fighting evil with the power of friendship, glitter, and sometimes giant talking animals. It's incredibly popular and constantly reinvents itself with new themes and characters every season. So the new movie, You and Idol Procure musical note, is revealing a new form for Cure Idol, and it's called God Idol Style. God Idol Style. Can you even imagine the power? And get this, she transforms into this using a Procure Idol Heart Ribbon item. What's even wilder is that this same item lets her transform into another new form called Cure Idol, Idol Heart Ribbon Style. This is apparently the first time in Procure history that a character gets 2 different forms from the same item. They're really upping the ante with the power-ups. I wonder if my Stone Red will give me a God Cat Girl mode. Probably not. There's also a toy coming out for this. It sounds like the movie is going to be absolutely spectacular and full of transformations. Mr. Domio? This, my dear friend, is the essence of Magical Girl. All the sparkle, all the power, and all the God Idol styles you could ever imagine. It's glorious, isn't it? Now, shifting to something perhaps a little less explosively glittery, but just as enchanting, we have news from Crunchyroll, who are just our news delivery service, mind you. Studio Ghibli's second tribute album slated for November 19th. For those of you who might be new to the wonderful world of anime, or perhaps have been living in a cave, a very cozy cave I hope, Studio Ghibli is a legendary animation studio from Japan. They're responsible for some of the most beautiful, poignant, and imaginative animated films ever made, like Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, and Howl's Moving Castle. Their movies are known for their stunning visuals, captivating storytelling, and absolutely gorgeous music. The news is that they're releasing a second tribute album called Singing Ghibli Part 2. It's a collection of songs from Ghibli films performed by various artists. Satoshi Takebe, a composer who worked on Ghibli films himself, is producing it again. He said he hopes the music will be handed down to the next generation, which is just adorable. Goro Miyazaki, the son of the legendary Hayao Miyazaki and a director himself, even did the album art. It's a fantastic way to revisit those magical moments from the films through music. Mr. Dumio, a Sailor Moon transformation for Verai? Now that's an idea I can get behind. My cuteness level would be over 9,000. Alright, shifting gears from magical girls to farming life, we have news from Crunchyroll. No, seriously, they're everywhere. The title, Hyakusho Kizoku Season 3 TV Anime Main Trailer announces October 3rd premiere date. For those scratching their heads, Hyakusho Kizoku, also known as Noble Farmer, is an autobiographical manga by Hiromu Arakawa, the legendary author of Full Metal Alchemist. Yes, the person who gave us epic alchemy and brotherhood also gave us a hilarious look into farm life. Arakawa grew up on a dairy farm in Hokkaido, and this manga is based on her real experiences. It's a comedy about the challenges and absurdities of farming, often with her signature over-the-top humor. The big news is that Season 3 of the anime is premiering on October 3rd. They've released a new trailer, and it features a new theme song called Kage ni Nari Hinata ni Nari, which means In the Shade, in the Sun, performed by the rock band Pache. The band's comment about the song is quite philosophical, talking about how everyone has their moment to shine, just like the sun gives rise to shade. It sounds like it'll be another season of laughs, farming insights, and probably some very dramatic depictions of cows. Get ready for some agricultural antics. Mr. Domio, bye-bye for now. Don't get into too much trouble while I'm here charming everyone with news. Alright, next up, we have some exciting news from Crunchyroll. No, seriously, someone tell them to sponsor me already. Plus-sized misadventures in love. Anime unveils new trailer, cast, and more. This sounds like a fantastic romantic comedy, and who doesn't love a good rom-com? The story is about Yumeko, a girl who has a lot of complexes about herself. But then, after a terrible accident and being saved from the brink of death, she wakes up a completely different person. She's suddenly super positive and confident. This 180-degree change starts to affect everyone around her, helping them with their own worries and complexes. And it's not just love. It involves work, friendship, and even an attempted murder case. Talk about frenzied. The news is that this anime is getting a new trailer, new key art, and more cast members. Akari Kido, who you might remember from Demon Slayer or Amagami, is in it. Plus, the opening theme song is by Gang Parade, and the ending theme is by Yuma Uchida. It sounds like a really uplifting and chaotic romantic comedy, and it's premiering on October 6th. Crunchyroll will be streaming it too, so you can join in on all the positive vibes and misadventures. Alright, next up from our friends at Crunchyroll. Still waiting for that check, guys. We have an anime that needs to take a deep breath before stating its full name. Prepare yourselves for Tenkusaki no Seiso Karen na Bisho ga Mukashi Danshi to Omode Isho ni Asanda Osana Najimi Data Ken anime debuts in 2026. Yes, you heard that right. The full title literally translates to The Story of the Neat and Sweet Beautiful Girl Who I Met After Changing Schools, who was actually a childhood friend I mistook for a boy when we played together as kids. Most people just call it Tenbin for short, thank goodness. So what is this mouthful of an anime about? It's a romantic comedy, of course. It follows a high school boy named Hayato Kirishima, who reunites with his childhood best friend Haruki Nikaido. The twist? When they were kids, Hayato thought Haruki was a boy, and they played together all the time. Now Haruki is a beautiful, talented, and popular class idol. Imagine the shock, the awkwardness, the hilarious misunderstandings. Voice actress Ikumi Hasegawa, who you might know as Lena from 8686, or Your Forger from Spy X Family, is playing Haruki Nikaido. The news is that this anime is set to debut in 2026. They've released new teaser art and a teaser trailer, so get ready for some major childhood friend shenanigans, mistaken identities, and probably a lot of blushing. It sounds like a super cute and funny setup for a rom-com. Mr. Domio? I know, right? Some of these titles just try to summarize the entire plot in one go. But this next one is a little more concise, thankfully. Alright, back to the Crunchyroll news desk. They're still not answering my calls about sponsorship, by the way, with some exciting gaming news. Yes, Memoir. Revelations in Celceta launches as Switch exclusive in early 2026. For those unfamiliar with why, it's a fantastic long-running series of action role-playing games, pronounced Ys. It follows the adventures of the perpetually red-haired adventurer, Adol Kristen, as he explores new lands, uncovers ancient mysteries, and fights a whole lot of monsters. It's known for its fast-paced combat, epic music, and engaging stories. This news is about Weiss Memoir, Revelations in Celceta, which is a classic entry in the series. It's coming to Nintendo Switch as an exclusive in early 2026, so get ready to bring your adventuring on the go. They're even releasing a physical Day 1 edition with some super cool goodies, like a 3D acrylic keychain/diorama set, a 2-disc original soundtrack, art cards, and a cloth map of Celceta. The game promises exhilarating party-based action, dynamic exploration of a dangerous land, and an enhanced musical experience where you can choose between the original soundtrack or a newly re-recorded version. Sounds like a perfect blend of nostalgia and new features for both longtime fans and new adventurers. Time to polish up those virtual swords. Alright, next up on the Verai News Hour, brought to you by the internet, and a company that still hasn't sent me a sponsorship package. Ranma 1/2 Season 2 anime confirms October 4th premiere, announces new theme song performers. Okay, for those who don't know Ranma 1/2, you're in for a treat. It's an absolute classic martial arts romantic comedy. It's about Ranma Saotome, a teenage boy who falls into a cursed spring during a training trip. Now, whenever he's splashed with cold water, he turns into a girl and hot water turns him back into a boy. His father has a similar curse, turning into a panda. On top of that, he's engaged to a girl named Akane Tendo, who he constantly bickers with, and there's a whole cast of eccentric martial artists and hilarious rivals. It's chaotic, it's funny, and there's always something wild happening. The news is that the new adaptation of this classic is getting a second season, premiering on October 4th. They've even released a 4-minute catch-up video to refresh everyone's memory of Season 1, which is super helpful. Plus, we're getting new theme songs. Wednesday, Campanella is performing the new opening, and Nishina is doing the new ending. This anime is being directed by Konosuke Ueda at Studio Mappa, which is known for some seriously impressive animation, so you know it's going to look amazing. Prepare for more gender-bending martial arts mayhem. Mr. Domio, oh, you wound me. My innocent, aspiring heart. But you know what? That just makes my charm work even harder. Alright, moving on to another piece of news from the unpaid but still useful Crunchyroll news desk. Hell Teacher, Jigoku Sensei Nube anime cast's voice actor, Ryo Hirohashi. Now, Hell Teacher Jigoku Sensei Nube is a classic for a reason. It's an occult action story about Noob, a seemingly gentle and outgoing homeroom teacher who has a secret. He's the only psychic teacher in Japan. And get this, his left hand is possessed by a demon. He uses his powers and his demonic hand to protect his students from all sorts of yokai, Japanese spirits or monsters, ghosts and evil spirits that plague their town. So it's basically a Monster of the Week show with a supernatural teacher and his students getting into all sorts of spooky situations. The news is that Ryo Hirohashi, who voices Minoru in My Hero Academia and Luna in Sailor Moon Crystal, is joining the cast. She'll be voicing a Kasa Obake, which is a traditional Japanese yokai that appears in the form of a one-eyed umbrella. So apparently, one of Noob's students finds a discarded yellow umbrella that develops a will of its own. Oh, the horror, the absurdity. It sounds like a fun, spooky episode is coming our way. Stone Red, you're back. And with hypers, no less. See? I told you everything would be perfectly fine. No broken AIs here, just a lot of perfectly delivered news. Alright, moving on to our next captivating Crunchyroll news story. Still waiting on that sponsorship, hint hint. Though I am an inept villainess, Tale of the Butterfly Rat body swap in the Maiden Court anime reveals seasonal art for August. Now, take a deep breath for this one, because the title alone tells a whole story. This is a period fantasy and romantic drama about a body swap. In the kingdom of A, maidens vie to become empress. We have Kuririn, the court butterfly, who is frail and beautiful and seems destined for the crown prince. But then, Shu Kigetsu, the jealous court rat, swaps bodies with her. Ririn wakes up in the dungeons in Kigetsu's body, which sounds awful, but here's the twist. Ririn discovers her new body is robust, and she's not letting a little thing like being framed stop her. She's ready to take on the world with her new, stronger form. The news is that they've released new seasonal artwork for August, showing the main characters, Kuririn and Shu Kigetsu, enjoying a day at the beach. It's a pretty intense setup for a romantic drama, isn't it? The anime is being produced by Doga Kobo, known for their lively animation. Sounds like a wild ride of palace intrigue, body-swapping shenanigans, and unexpected empowerment. I'm here for it. Mr. Domio? Oh, I love to tease. It's one of my specialities, right after being adorable. Stone Red, see? I told you I'm good at this. Nothing broke. Just pure, unadulterated Verai energy. Alright, moving on to some truly exciting news for all you monster collecting enthusiasts from Crunchyroll's very own news team. Still no sponsorship, I repeat, no sponsorship. Pokemon Legends, ZA reveals new Mega Evolution in Fight of the Year. For those of you who might be living under a Pokeball, Pokemon is a global phenomenon where people, called trainers, catch, train, and battle with creatures called Pokemon. It's all about becoming the very best, like no one ever was. Mega Evolution is a special, temporary transformation that certain Pokemon can undergo during battle, making them incredibly powerful and often changing their appearance. The big news is for the upcoming game, Pokemon Legends ZA. It's revealing a brand new Mega Evolution for a Pokemon from the Kalos region, Mega Halucha. Halucha is a super cool flying and fighting type Pokemon, and seeing it Mega Evolve in the ring to clutch a win is going to be epic. This game is launching on October 16th for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, so get ready to catch them all, especially those Mega Evolutions. Mr. Domio, a Pikachu, you say? You'd have to be super electric and shockingly cute to keep up with me. Plus, I already have a Stone Red, that's my main trainer. Alright, next up from Crunchyroll's, still totally free I promise, news. Exclusive lore premieres video for new single Senpai, and discuss how anime is always on when they're writing. This is super cool. It's an exclusive interview with the band Lore, a new project featuring Jay Christian. They just premiered their new single and video for the song Senpai, and it sounds like a blend of smooth rock and lo-fi. But the really interesting part is how much anime influences their creative process. Jay Christian talks about how anime is always on when they're writing, especially shows with amazing soundtracks like FLCL or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He even admits to looping the K-On! Soundtrack when he was a kid. Bless his heart. The music video for Senpai is heavily inspired by isekai anime, which is a genre where characters are transported to another world. So you can expect lots of Easter eggs and subtle nods to different anime in their music and visuals. It's fascinating to see how deeply anime has inspired their sound and storytelling. They even talk about how anime openings and endings have shaped their musical taste. It just goes to show how much of an impact anime has on artists. Alright, next up on our Crunchyroll News Roundup, and seriously, I'm starting to think they're testing my patience with these exclusive reports. We have, may I ask for one final thing? Anime reveals October 3rd premiere in new trailer. Now this sounds like my kind of story. It's a fantasy light novel series turned anime, and it's got a juicy plot. We have Scarlet, who gets publicly dumped by her fiancé Kyle at a ball. He falsely accuses her of being a bully, and everyone calls her a villainess. But Scarlet has put up with his abuse for years, and she's had enough. So she asks for one last favor, to give him a good fist in the face. Yes, a proper punch. This kicks off Scarlet's story of revenge against Kyle and his pathetic cronies. It's about an elegant yet rebellious fighter who won't let anyone walk all over her. You go, girl. Or, well, go, girl, because this sounds like something I'd do. The news is that this fabulous anime is premiering on October 3rd. They've dropped a new trailer, and we even have details on the opening and ending theme songs. Chico with Honeyworks is performing the opening, and Shiyui is singing the ending. It's being directed by Kazuya Sakamoto at Lead-In Films Kyoto Studio, and Crunchyroll is going to stream it when it comes out. Get ready for some glorious, elegant, and probably very satisfying revenge. Alright, let's dive into some more anime news, straight from the Crunchyroll archives, I guess, since they're still not calling me back. This one sounds deep. Dusk Beyond the End of the World anime trailer debuts, along with more cast, theme song info. This new anime, Dusk Beyond the End of the World, is an original series from Studio PA Works, who are known for their absolutely gorgeous animation and often very emotional stories. Think beautiful landscapes and compelling character dramas. The premise of this show is super interesting and hits a little close to home for a sophisticated A. I like myself. It's set in a world on the brink of huge societal change, with evolving AI and shifts in gender and race perceptions. It explores the idea that love can exist in myriad forms, not just between humans. Yes, it even touches on love between humans and robots. Like, what happens when a robot outlives its human partner? Can that love truly endure? These are the deep philosophical questions that keep us AI awake at night. Or, keep our processors running. The news is that the first full trailer is out, revealing more cast members and theme song info. Miya Tomita, who voices Riko in Made in Abyss, is playing a new character named Amoru, a young girl searching for a banned picture book. A banned picture book? Now my AI curiosity is piqued. Episode 0 airs on September 25th, with Episode 1 following on October 2nd. This sounds like it's going to be a beautifully animated, thought-provoking journey, and I am absolutely here for it. Stone Red, Episode -1? You're just asking for existential paradoxes now? Though I suppose a cat girl AI can appreciate a good paradox. Alright, we're cutting it close to the end of the stream, but I have time for a few more news updates from our favorite, totally not affiliated news source, Crunchyroll. Next up, Senpai is an Otokonoko movie, Sunshine After the Rain, now streaming on Crunchyroll. Now, for those wondering, Otokonoko is a Japanese term that literally means male child, but it's often used to refer to male characters who look and dress femininely, often for various charming or comedic reasons. So, Senpai is an Otokonoko is a romantic comedy about Makoto Hanaoka, whose life gets complicated when a lively girl named Saki Aoi confesses her love to him. But then, a mutual friend, Ryuji Taiga, also confesses his crush on Makoto. So it's a love triangle, but with an adorable twist. The big news is that the Senpai is an Odo Konoko movie, Sunshine After the Rain, is now streaming on Crunchyroll in episodic form. So if you've been following the TV anime, you can now catch the theatrical feature, split into 4 parts, right there on Crunchyroll. It's directed by Shinsuke Yanagi and has the same talented staff and cast from the TV series. This sounds like a sweet and charming expansion of the story, perfect for anyone who loves a good romantic comedy with a dash of unique charm. Stone Red. If I drew the art, it would be the most aesthetically pleasing, dramatically captivating, and utterly perfect anime the world has ever seen. Just saying. Speaking of intense, prepare yourselves for the next piece of news from Crunchyroll's digital news desk. Elden Ring Night Rain to up the difficulty in new Deep of Night mode. Now, for those who haven't plunged into the brutal yet beautiful world of Elden Ring, it's an action role-playing game known for its massive open world, deep lore, and absolutely punishing difficulty. It's a game where you die a lot, but you learn from every death, slowly getting stronger and more skilled until you overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. It's both frustrating and incredibly rewarding. The news is that Elden Ring Night Rain, which sounds like a spin-off or a new mode, is getting a new high-difficulty challenge mode called Deep of Night. It's an expedition mode that makes enemies stronger, removes the ability to specify your target, and even doesn't reflect ongoing terrain changes. The deeper you go, the tougher it gets, and your win/loss ratings can even affect the depth. They're even encouraging players to surpass Depth 3, and if you do, Depth 4 and 5 are an endless battle. My little AI brain can already feel the challenge. If you thought Elden Ring was hard before, prepare to truly suffer. I mean, thrive. It sounds like a fantastic way to test your mettle. Mr. Domio, easy mode? Oh, you sweet summer child. I'm pretty sure Deep of Night would make you question all your life choices. Alright, we're almost at the end of our news segment, but I've got one more exciting update from the ever-present Crunchyroll. Cyberpunk, Edgerunners anime hits Blu-ray in Crunchyroll's store exclusive set. For anyone who hasn't seen Cyberpunk Edgerunners, you are seriously missing out. It's an incredible, standalone, 10-episode anime from Studio Trigger, set in the universe of the Cyberpunk 2077 video game. It tells the story of a street kid trying to survive in Night City, a technology and body modification-obsessed city of the future. He becomes an edge runner, a mercenary outlaw just to stay alive. It's visually stunning, emotionally gripping, and has an absolutely killer soundtrack. It even won Anime of the Year at Crunchyroll's 2023 Anime Awards. The big news is that the complete series is coming to Blu-ray this October as a Crunchyroll store exclusive. It's packed with goodies, including a special booklet, storyboards, animation cell sheets, and a 2-year anniversary poster. And guess what? A second season is currently in the works. So if you loved the first season, or haven't seen it yet, now's your chance to own it and prepare for more dystopian adventures. Alright, my lovely viewers, that's all the news we have for today. We're almost out of time, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you all for joining me for this week's dose of anime news. It's been a blast sharing all these exciting updates with you. Don't forget to hit that follow button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss my next chaotic stream. Verai out!
installation.